In this presentation, you will learn about Georg Simmel in the context of Western modernity. Simmel combines ideas from all of the three major classical writers and is influenced by Hegel and Kant. When Simmel discusses social structures, the city, money, and modern society, his analysis has some similarities to the analysis of Durkheim, the problem of individual and society, Weber, effects of rationalization, and Marx, alienation. Simmel considered society to be an association of free individuals and said that it could not be studied in the same way as the physical world. That is, sociology is more than the discovery of natural laws that govern human interaction. For Simmel, society is made up of the interactions between and among individuals, and the sociologist should study the patterns and forms of these associations rather than quest after social laws. This emphasis on social interaction at the individual and small group level and viewing the study of these interactions as the primary task of sociology makes Simmel's approach different from that of the classical writers, especially Marx and Durkheim. It is Simmel's attempt to integrate analysis of individual action with the structural approach that makes his writings of contemporary interest. Simmel began his inquiries from the bottom up, observing the smallest of social interactions and attempting to see how larger scale institutions emerged from them. In doing so, he often noticed phenomena that other theorists missed. For example, Simmel observed that the number of parties to an interaction can affect its nature. The interaction between two people, a dyad, will be very different from that which is possible in a three-party relationship or triad. Simmel is best known as a microbiologist who plays a significant role in the development of small group research, symbolic interactionism, and exchange theory. All of Simmel's contributions in these areas reflect his belief that sociologists should study primarily form and types of social interaction. Levels and areas of concern. Simmel is best regarded for his much more complicated and sophisticated theory of social reality. As cited in Ritzer and Goodman, Tom Bottomore and David Frisby argue that there are four basic levels of social concern in Simmel's work. First, microscopic assumptions about the psychological concerns of social life. Second, his interest in sociological components of interpersonal relationships on a larger scale. Third, at macroscopic level, his work on the structure of and change in the social and cultural spirit of his time. Simmel not only with his three-tiered image of social reality, also adopted the principle of emergence, which advocates that the higher levels emerge out of the lower levels. According to Simmel, if society is to be an autonomous object of an independent science, then it can only be through the fact that, out of the sum of the individual elements that constitute it, a new entity emerges. Otherwise, all problems of social science would only be those of individual psychology. Overarching these three tiers is that fourth which involves ultimate metaphysical principle of life. All the above truths affected Simmel's work and played a significant role in shaping his image of the future directions of the world. All the above concerns with several levels of social reality is reproduced through Simmel's definition of three distinguishable problem areas in sociology in the problem areas of sociology. He described first as pure sociology. In this, psychological variables are combined with forms of interactions. Although Simmel clearly assumed that actors have creative mental abilities, he gave slight overt attention to his aspect of social reality. His most minuscule work is with the form that interaction takes place with the types of people who engage in interaction. These forms include subordination, superordination, exchange, conflict, and sociability. In his types of work, he differentiated between position in the interaction structure, such as competitor and coquette, and orientation to the world, such as miser, spendthrift, stranger, and adventurer. At the intermediate level is Simmel's general sociology, dealing with social and cultural products of human history, of societies and culture. Finally, in Simmel's philosophical sociology, he deals with his views on basic nature and inevitable fate of humankind. Thank you for watching the presentation. Do like, subscribe, share, and leave your comments about this presentation or any other topics you would like to learn more about.